It's your boy, Kenny and Manny.
All right, man. Go,
Yo, what's going on, YouTube friends and family? Hope everybody's doing great. You already know what time it is. It's another edition of the Kenny and Manny Show. I'm going to say it one more time. The Kenny and Manny Show. Woo, Manny, how you feeling today, baby? How's it going?
Baby. Listen, man, it's Labor Day. I ain't had no labor. I'm just chilling at home. Beautiful thing, man. I'm not mad at that, bro. But hey, you know how we keep it, bro. It's another day, another dollar, man. You already know what time it is, bro.
That's exactly what time it is, man. Yo, so Manny, what's up, man? What you got for me? Let's get right to it, man.
All right, man. We got a couple things we want to bring to you, but first and foremost, I want to say, ladies, please. We're trying to educate some of the fellas. Of course, this does not apply to every female. So sorry in advance if we offend any of you. This is not our intention. It's simply to provide some knowledge and shed light. That is it. Right. So please don't go ham. You know what I'm saying?
Don't go ham. We're not the Fresh&Fit. Do not come at us.
All right, man. So pretty much, man, we got two pretty much topics we're gonna cover. They pretty much intertwine with one another. So we'll go ahead and start with the first one, give you our intake, and then we'll kind of transition right into the next one and see what were the reasons as to why you have to be careful and tread lightly there. So anything before I start the video, bro? Yes, we got a video.
Anything to say?
All right,
let's get right to it, man. Let's get right to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go, man.
If I'm fucking a nigga and he good and he straight and he got his shit together and stuff, but I'm over here trying to
excuse the vulgarity, guys.
What the fuck I got going on? How I'm gonna do this? How I'm gonna do that? And this nigga fucking, he can call me every day to fuck on me, but he know what I got going on, but he ain't trying to help at all. That's poor pussy management. Why you fucking on that nigga?
So it sounds like you have great pussy management, but horrible mental management. Why the fuck can't you figure out what you want to do with your life?
That's your perspective.
Like, we adults, why the fuck do I got to figure out what you want? I got to help you get to a better position in life because I want to bust a nut? That's a hell of a responsibility. That's all I'm saying. You keep talking to me, the pussy management is cool, but what about the mental management? You constantly fucked on. I can't figure my man, and you just want to just keep fucking, and I can't figure out what my.
Definitely. So we'll stop it right there, man. No need to go further. Yeah, definitely very interesting. Again, just kind of talk about it a little bit. But again, for those of you that are new to the channel, again, these are some of the topics that we cover. So again, just feel free to like and subscribe if you find this interesting. So let me start it off, bro. Let me start it off right away. One key thing that he mentioned, the mental management. I like that, how he positioned that, kind of playing off of her words when she said, the pussy management. Yeah, I mean, you are your person, I am my person, right? We're in a day and age where it's all about equality. That's what females have been fighting for, right? For centuries now. But again, this is what a lot of the guys in the red pill community and stuff like that, they talk about this, that girls want to only be equal for certain things, but they don't want to be held accountable
for their convenience.
Right there, correct. For their convenience. As you can see, that she's messing with a guy. That if she's messing with a guy, hypothetical, right? She's messing with a guy that it's good financially, dude has it together, and he knows that she's in a tough situation, but he calls on her every night so they can do the nasty. But then she can't mess with a guy like that because clearly all he's there for is for the poom poom. Well, if that's the agreement, it is what it is, right? So again, like this gentleman says, or like the title says, right? You guys saw the title, and I'll kind of put it up there again. You guys can see it right there, where it says, "So I got to be your life coach just because I want to bust a nut." And again, that's not the responsibility of a man. If you are a booty call, right? If we have that mutual understanding where we're friends with benefits, I can maybe give you some advice every once in a while, but just because I'm busting a nut, I have to also pay for the poom poom. It kind of goes back to what these guys were talking about before, like Fresh and Fit and like aba&Preach. If that's what you want to do and pay for it, then so be it. But if you're not trying to do that and you're trying to go about it a different way, there's a mutual understanding, then it is what it is, man. I mean, what's your take on that, bro?
I think it's all about perspective, to be honest. I don't think there's right or wrong answer. I mean, whether you want to be a life coach, you want to be a financial coach, to the opposite sex, it really depends what you state from the agreement, right? I mean, and it also depends where you're located geographically around the world. I mean, let's say you're a woman and you're from an underprivileged condition and there's not many job opportunities, right? And somebody from a different location can actually help and put you in a better position, but there's an agreement. Hey, you meet my physical needs, I can help leverage you financially. But it also depends. All right, let's say you're located in an area where men and women have equal opportunities. Why do you have to rely on somebody to leverage yourself financially? But it's all about what you want to do. I don't feel like there's a right or wrong answer. Me personally, I mean, I wouldn't partake in that route, but it's all about perspective, to be honest. I don't think there's any right or wrong answer.
And I mean, you hit a good point as far as the perspective. Now, what I would say is the reason that I consider it wrong is because it still shows that she is entitled. A girl that thinks like this, in my opinion, she's being entitled. That because she's giving away the poo poo, she is entitled to your money if you're in a good standing. Right.
There has to be a foundation in the beginning. It has to be standards have to be set in the beginning,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that sometimes even when that happens, where there may be a standard or some sort of foundation in the beginning, I feel like it always kind of just goes away from that, right? It could be a certain thing, but now when you're kind of getting comfortable with a person and you're no longer showing your representative, right? Because at the beginning, when you first meet somebody, you're not really meeting them. You're meeting their representative, right? And then over time, you see their true colors. And I feel like during that time, then that's when things get a little in the gray area. Now you're in the gray zone where like, what are we now, right? We've been messing for a while now. Or is this, is this a good thing? So I feel like even when you do put those things in place, I feel like it always trends in that direction where now all of a sudden you have to, kind of care for this person. And I'm not saying that, I shouldn't, contribute or anything, right? You can contribute in many ways. A lot of it is, networking. Right, you can network. You can put this, you can put her in communication with somebody that is in her field or something that she, aspires to. Right,
happens all the time. Fucking your way to the top, right?
Right. I know it sounds funny, but yeah, it's true. But I think where the problem becomes is where you feel entitled to this. Oh, I have the power of the poom poom. Now you have to give me something in return. Which, if that's what you're doing. Yeah, then it becomes transaction. At that point, you're no better than, you know what I mean? And no disrespect to ladies, but you're no better than, selling your poom poom on OnlyFans, for lack of a better word. You're just making it more traditional in a sense. But the way I see it is you got to figure your stuff out. You cannot rely on your poom poom. The poom poom is not everything. You cannot rely on that to set you up.
It can only take you so far. It can only take you so far, especially if it has mileage, especially if it's been around and if it's not brand new. Women feel like just because, like you say, they give it up, they feel entitled to everything, and it doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, man. It definitely, it really shouldn't, but sometimes you kind of be put in that predicament. And I kind of want us to now transition, bro, to a situation where this kind of, let's say, because there's going to be guys out there that are definitely interested in getting, they're going to want to get poom poom by any means necessary. And sometimes they, sugar daddy, sometimes it could be a mutual thing where even it becomes a boyfriend and a girlfriend thing, even a husband, right? You want to help your significant other, which is perfectly fine and it's perfectly normal to do so, right? You have to, take care of one another. Here's a situation. And this is from in Ghana, right? This guy's Ghana, and he identified as Richard. So here's his story. I paid her fees from secondary school to higher institution, and she cheated on me, got pregnant, and she, from my understanding, she comes from poverty. She's a very smart girl. And I guess she wanted to go to a nursing school, but her parents are just, live in poverty. Did not have the means, right? So he wanted to help her, being that that's his longtime girlfriend. He wanted to help her. right, and make sure that she can get to where she needs to go. But in
Used it for
turn,
money. Used it for money.
yeah, you know what I mean. But now turns out that she cheats on him and also gets pregnant. And here's the thing, bro. And I don't know how you feel about this. The way I feel about this, some guys may feel like this, some guys may not. So please, in the comment section, feel free to comment down below. I want to see what you guys think about this. For me, when a girl gets pregnant, the first thing I think about is, damn, you were letting another dude raw dog. So not only are you going out of your way and having a sexual relationship outside of your relationship, you're also letting this man pretty much penetrate you without no protection. I feel like that's just like an extra level.
Dangerous. Which is also dangerous as well, because from a sexually diseased standpoint,
Exactly. You're putting yourself at a disease, right? A risk of a disease, a risk of a pregnancy, and it's also, I feel like, a different level of intimacy that you reach as well. Like, because right, like, not to get too technical or too crazy here, but when you're doing your thing, it's technically, one can say it's the rubber, it's still separating in a sense, but that's just like full blown, uncensored, and this is some of the things that we can see, man. But what is your take on that, bro? I mean, you were talking about the like STDs and stuff like that. What else you think? I mean, about a situation like that, a dude, long-time girlfriend, trying to help her out. And again, this is not even in the United States, but as we can see, it happens in other places of the part of the world.
It happens everywhere. I mean, it happens in the United States all the time. Man. It happens everything. It just shows that you can't buy loyalty and you can't buy love. Clearly, it just shows that, well, I don't know the 100% story, but it just shows that she was with him for financial purposes. Mm-hmm. That's what we tell people. Don't rely on money as a crutch, right? This isn't, RP, red pill, awareness, whatever. You want to be the total package. You want to be able to successfully conquer a woman's heart, through characteristics, through personality, not just money. Yes, money is a key component, but think of it as a triangle, right? A triangle is not a complete shape if it doesn't have three sides. You want to have, the charisma, you want to have the finances, and, if you want to add in style there, cool. But if you're just relying on money, how many times do you hear of stories of women, banging the gross old guy, right? The old white guy, but he has a lot of money. They suck it up. They do it because they need the money, right? They'll stay with them, but they'll still have their lover on the side. This happens all across the globe, Latin America especially, right? They'll have an older male provider, but they'll have their younger guy on the side. And they'll probably take the old guy's money and give it to and help finance the younger guy's lifestyle. So guys, don't think that, get to know, like, Manny always says, vet these girls accordingly. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You have hormones, you want to bust a nut, you want to do your thug dizzle, but you have to make sure you know what you're doing.
Correct, man. I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself, man. And just to kind of echo that, we spoke about that in other videos, right? We talking about how you do that. Look for the red flags, right? You can see them there, right? As far as like, look at the followers, look at the type of content that they're putting out there, right? Because in this day and age, to a certain degree, everybody's a content creator, right? You might be for personal reasons, it might not be from a business perspective, but people are creating content all the time. They're marketing their brand, which is themselves, right? So look at those things, look for those signs. And also for you ladies as well, when you're looking at guys and they're hitting you up through your DMs and you're kind of interested in how they look or what they have to say, look at the signs. You'll see a lot of whole things in there in terms of like the pictures they're posting, how they're writing to you. Is it very generic, like they're playing a numbers game, things of that nature, right? But again, this particular video was really shedding light on how some of the girls think. And even when you do provide, look at the negative consequences. So at that point, besides poom poom, you have everything else to lose. I mean, what is there to gain besides poom poom? The possibility that somebody's going to be loyal to you. Because remember, what we value in terms of, and I can speak, I'm sure you would agree with me on this. Besides the actual, poom poom and everything like that, what we value is loyalty. Right? The moment we don't have loyalty, what else can you offer? Have? You know what I mean? We don't have anything. If you cannot offer, if you're offering poom poom, but we have it's very transactional, which again, whatever. If you're okay with that, fine. If you're not, fine. I'm personally okay with that. I don't care if it's transactional or not. But aside from that, if it's not transactional and we have a mutual agreement where we're boyfriend and girlfriend, aren't you supposed to give me your loyalty? Isn't that the main thing for us? Yes,
It's a relationship.
That's what we
It's a
care. It's a
relationship.
relationship, right? But hey, man, that's pretty much it from that aspect, man. Guys, you just got to make sure that you're vetting. I mean, we can't say that enough. I don't have anything else to add to this, bro. Anything else you can think about?
Yeah, actually, I do one more thing to say. I mean, just because she's yours, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's going to be yours permanently, right? You look at the statistics, the divorce rates.
Yeah.
Don't a lot of guys make the same mistake over and again. It's like, oh, she's bad, she's a keeper. Just because a woman looks a certain way, don't you have to be able to differentiate your primal instincts from your logical reasoning. Like Manny says, vet, ask questions, put them a variety of tests. Don't just think just because they look a certain way they're a keeper. And a lot of guys can avoid situations like these if they start vetting more and putting themselves in better situations. But that's all I gotta say, man. And yeah, man, that's it.
All right, man. So again, guys, we're definitely interested in what you guys have to say. Let's definitely start a conversation in the comment section. Feel free to comment down below. I'll also put a link to the video, the original video, which is pretty much a short. It was 60 seconds. For those of you that do not know what that is, shorts is pretty much a vertical video from YouTube. It's kind of the competitor to TikTok. And it has to be under 60 seconds. So again, I'll put that video down below in the description so you guys can look at that. But again, make sure to comment and like and subscribe. And ladies and gentlemen, please hit the notification bell so you guys are getting updates whenever we launch our video. And we can have discussions like this, right? Because like that, we can learn a little bit more about each other and we can communicate and better understand one another. So again, nothing else, man. I'll leave you guys alone from here on out, I promise. With that note, you guys take care. You already know, man.
Peace.